Hey everybody, it's JT Bagwell. Welcome to episode 3 of our series helping anglers and other athletes navigate through the whole tricky process of getting sponsors. If you haven't watched the first 2 episodes, make sure you go back and check those out. They're on this channel. And before we go any further, make sure you click down below and subscribe to this channel. That way you get all the latest and greatest as soon as it drops. As I mentioned in the first 2 episodes, we're going to do a question and answer session in between video releases. So make sure that you post your questions below or on any of my social media at Bagwell Fishing. So in the first couple of episodes, we talked about a variety of topics, including why companies even sponsor people to begin with. How does it benefit them? Are they just trying to be nice, or is there some value in it? A couple other things we talked about is who they sponsor. Should they sponsor you? What do you bring to the table? Or maybe you're at a point where you shouldn't even be thinking about sponsorships. So make sure you go back and check out both of those episodes because they're jam-packed full of valuable information. And let's get into today's episode. We're going to talk about reaching out to the right contact person. You don't want to email a company and your email goes to the person that's responsible for purchasing Post-it notes. It's not going to do you any good to send that person your resume or a big spiel about how you're the greatest bass angler in the Midwest. It's just non-value added. Don't do it. Do a little research and figure out who is the person that makes the decisions at that company. Now, some of the people to look for: marketing directors, marketing managers, advertising directors, advertising managers, director of outside sales. Some companies even have fishing pro staff managers. Some of them just have pro staff managers that manage everything. So it's going to be up to you to do a little legwork and utilize the resources that you have to find the person at that company that makes the decisions on whether or not people get on their sponsorship, or on their pro teams, and reach out to that person. Because again, if you're just sending blanket letters or emails to random people at the company, it is just a big old waste of time. Those people are probably going to look at it and think, man, another person that was too stinking lazy to do some homework and figure out the right contact person. Delete. We're not going to work with that person because they're not very ambitious. So what you need to do is put on your thinking cap and start scouring the internet using keywords. Like, for example, Lucky Craft. Go on there and search for Lucky Craft Pro Staff Manager or Lucky Craft Marketing Director. Things like that. You may have to read a whole bunch of different articles, but you may get lucky, and somewhere buried within that article, it's going to say such and such Pro Staff Director at Lucky Craft or at Company XYZ, whoever you're looking at. And from there, you again have to continue your detective work and see if you can go on the website and find a company directory. If not, keep looking. Look for that person's name, add the keyword, email address, telephone number. Read all through your search results. Now you found such and such's name. Boom, there's their email address or there's their phone number. Now you have the contact person, you got their email, you got their phone number. That's what you got to do. Sometimes, man, it could take weeks to find the right person. And then all of a sudden, boom, some new article drops that accidentally has that person's name in it. You need to take advantage of that. Take advantage of your circle. Take advantage of having 1 million friends on social media. Ask everybody, hey, does anybody know the pro staff manager for this company? If you do, private message me. I'd like to talk to you. Get that person's contact number. Again, don't just send random emails. I cannot stress how important it is not to do that. It is a waste of your time. It's a waste of the company's time. Just do not do it. It's not a good look for you. It's a waste of time. So once you find the person's contact name and number and email and all that, now you have to put together a presentation. You don't just shoot them an email and say, hey, Jim Bob, my name's Billy Joe. Can you sponsor me? I like to fish. I'm really good. No, it doesn't work like that. You need to put together a resume the same way you would if you were applying for a job. You need to piece together everything that you've done. You know, I've won X number of tournaments. I write an article for this newspaper. I have a column that's in that magazine. I got 14 gajillion social media followers. You know, all of that stuff is very important. You need to list all that. And if you have any high quality photographs that show you maybe wearing your tournament jersey or working for sponsors, you know, things of that nature, slip in a couple of those. It's not really going to hurt anything unless, and I repeat, unless it's a horrible picture and it shows you doing something that you probably shouldn't be doing. You know, if it shows you working for a sponsor, yet you've got a beer can sitting next to you on the table, that's not a good look. That's not professional. So always scan the picture with your eyes and look for anything that probably shouldn't be there, which you shouldn't be doing that stuff anyway when you're working for a company. But, you know, just look, use your eyes and make sure what you're sending them is high quality. So from there, you've got all your information listed, all the pertinent details, got a few pictures in there. Type up a short letter explaining what you're going to do for them. So what you've won 50 tournaments? So what you write for a magazine? What are you going to do for them? What is company XYZ Yamamoto going to get out of it? You know, tell them, hey, I write this column. Every so often, when it fits, I will mention your products in there. And my 18 million readers will see that. Obviously, you probably don't have 18 million readers, but we're just throwing out numbers there for the sake of throwing out numbers. So again, put everything together in a neat, professional package. And listen, this is very important, so listen up. Listen good. I see this crap all the time, and it drives me crazy, and it drives everybody else crazy. You spell check, dude. Don't spell sponsor with an ER. Or worse, don't spell it with a CER. That is not how you spell sponsor. I see this every stinking day on the internet. Learn to spell the word sponsor. Learn to spell the company's name. Don't spell Phoenix Baits like the city in Arizona. It's not spelled the same. Make sure you spell check. I repeat, for the 50th time, make sure you spell check. Make sure everything is spelled properly. Don't send these things out and make yourself look unprofessional because you don't take the 35 seconds required to spell check an entire resume. Can you pick up on the hint that that's pretty important? Yeah. All right. So as long as we've established that. So after you spell check it, read it a bunch of times. Don't just send it out, instantly. Wait a few days. Proofread it over and over and over and over again to make sure that the wording sounds good. That you don't sound like you're just looking for a handout like a lot of people are. Make it sound like this is a legitimate request to team up with a company to advertise and build their brand. It's got to be a partnership. So, again, place any questions or comments in the section below, or hit me up on any of my social media at Bagwell Fishing. And in between episodes, I will answer any questions that you might have on how to find the right contact person or how to put together your presentation. So until next episode, make sure you subscribe below, hit me up on all of my social media at Bagwell Fishing, and get ready for the next one, where we'll talk about some new topics regarding to sponsorships. Until next time, be safe. See you guys later. JT Bagwell, out.